It bounces off your corner and goes in the goal because the decar will miss the ball. Yeah, it's a problem. I mean, if you if your goalkeeper's just gonna let it go straight in, then yeah, losing the kickoff might be a problem. But we're about to see that. Hopefully we get to see a pretty epic misplay from Decar in this series. I've been told that we will. So let's get into it. Take 3 against Gamers 2. NA League play week 1.
Okay, can G2 Esports step up and show us what they showed us in Season 1 by becoming world champions, or will we see more of the same? But Take 3, certainly a powerful team.
Will G2 show us what we saw in Season 1? If they, well, they're well on track for that actually. What they did in Season 1, this is what G2 did. Like, this, let me illustrate something for you guys. This is G2 in Season 1, right? Let me just get paint over here. So this is like Flipside coming into the LAN, okay? So we got Flipside. They're like a big green circle. That's their chances to win. Then we've got Northern Gaming. Pretty big circle. They're like the next biggest of the circles. And then you've got like, I'd say Mocket EU. They were a decently sized circle. They were part of the big 3, people said. So this is like Mocket EU's chances to win. Then you've got the best from NA. Best NA had to offer, Kings of Urban. They're, you know, pretty big chances to win, or so people thought. NG, you're pretty sure NG had the biggest circle. Nah, I think Flipside were the favorites. I think it has to be closer though. Yeah, you're right. This is too small. Let's make this a tiny bit bigger. Maybe a bit bigger still. Has to still be smaller though. Okay, so that's NG. Oh, I've missed a spot. Oh no! It's all going wrong. As soon as I have to... Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? I've done a blotch. A splodge. Wait a minute, I've got to erase that with expertise. Oh, I missed. Why? Why can't I undo? There's no undo button. This is really frustrating. Wait a minute, I'm gonna get this circle. Ah, no, what have I done? I got the least steady hand ever. Never let me be a surgeon. I've got such an unsteady hand. It's crazy. It's like steady, steady, steady. And Control Z isn't working for anybody wondering. Okay, we did it. There we go. So we got Flipside, Northern Gaming, Mocket EU, Kings of Urban. People thought Kings had an outside shot of winning. Then there was like... we'll give Exodus this color. Exodus, they had a decent sized color or thing as well, because they were looking like the next best team in NA. So that was their chances to win. I feel like I didn't make this circular enough for Kings. I need to get a better circle for Kings of Urban. There we go, that's much better. So yeah, we got Kings of Urban over here, Mocket EU, the big 2, and then Exodus. And then after that, it was a bit like, you know, Genesis, IBP, and the Flying Dutchman. Like I think honestly, people didn't really rate any of these teams. This was like the chances of, let's say the Flying Dutchman. They can be this circle. No, actually, no, forget that. The Flying Dutchman, they can. This is the chances of the Flying Dutchman going into the LAN. They could be a dot. That's the Flying Dutchman's chances. Okay, that's their chances to win. There we go. So there's the Flying Dutchman. Maybe they need to be a tiny bit bigger. Yeah, they can be that. That's the Flying Dutchman's chances. And then there was IBP, who are with white, so we'll have to make them black or something. IBP's chances weren't that great, honestly. They were like this. Okay? Like that. That was IBP. And we had Genesis, who were... Yeah. Genesis. Okay. That's probably... If you asked anybody, that's what they would tell you. Okay, that's what they would tell you. That's it. That's what they would tell you is going to win. Who they would tell you is going to win the LAN. We've got Flipside, Northern Gaming. This is IBP over here. Really, really small. Not as small as Genesis and the Flying Dutchman, who, by the way, have come together with IBP to make a face. And I can't undo that, so I'll just remove it from the screen. So the fact that the fact that the Flying Dutchman and Genesis both made day two was a huge upset. And the fact that IPP won and Flying Dutchman came fourth is crazy upset. So that was like, this is the chances of the teams going into the LAN. And the reason I bring this up is people are saying, when are G2 going to show us what they did in season one? Well, if last season's anything to go by, they're going to scrape into the LAN. They're going to barely get through just based on how well they did in the first qualifier. They won't even make playoffs in the top four, so they're probably going to come fifth or sixth. Then they're going to, you know, scrape one win in the playoffs, just barely get into the LAN, and then they'll have just about similar chances and win again. Like that's what will happen if the last season is anything to go by.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. You know, Carpet, at the beginning of the day, I thought this was going to be the match to watch, and then Deception.
So when people are saying, when are G2 gonna like show us what they showed us in season one, they're not gonna show us that online. They're probably gonna show up at the LAN if they make it there, but online, nah, dude. Where's Rizzo's team? Oh wait. Please stop. Oh, you don't like the paint. You don't like the paint. How you like this, mate? This is how much I care about what I want to do on my stream. This is how much I care about what you want me to do on my stream. Sid217. This is how much I care about whether or not you like my Microsoft Paint escapades. Right there. Alright? So shut up and let me do my Microsoft Paint.
He was just a highlight machine last week. Right. He was their top scorer by a very easy margin. Sure. Their top passer was Zane Jackie. Him and Zane Jackie tend to go up a lot. James was saying Insol's a little quiet last week. Insol's definitely capable of quite a lot of things as well. But I think
Insol is, yeah, he has been a little bit quiet, but for kind of Findable Carpet's not wrong. Insol is definitely capable of a lot of things, such as NA banter, lol. The double cheat from G2 just to start things off. Sorry, but what happens here if they lose the kickoff really hard?
We'll see what can happen here as G2 has had.
I was hoping that Lachino would already be on the screen. Okay, yeah, the double cheat. Lachino is like barely not on the screen before this kickoff. They're both cheating in the same place, Overzero and Lachino. What are they doing? You don't need to be this close, boys. One of you can be there. Stop it, guys.
We've seen today a trend of teams playing better in their second match of the day. So we'll see if G2 is able to keep that trend.
Did somebody say great kickoff?
G2 has had a break here to recollect themselves.
No. I was really hoping none of the casters said great kickoff. That would have been awful. It's the worst kickoff I've seen. Oh, what a save. That should have been a goal, though. Kronovi had the whole goal to aim at. I don't know if I don't know if Overzero put off Kronovi at all. Like, Overzero, what are you doing, mate? Get down. Get down from there. Calm down. And then Kronovi just sits on the ball. He's so worried about hitting the crossbar that he just sits on the ball. I don't know if he got put off by Overzero's presence.
But Zane Jackie blocks it away. Insolences and Rizzo in the corner now. Kind of faking out Kronovi, able to push this one around up into the corner.
What's cheating? How do you cheat? Cheating, in my mind, it means when a player moves up to get ready to follow up on a play before they're 100% sure which way the ball's going to go. They just guess or predict, if you will, where the ball's going to go. But if the ball doesn't go the way that you expect it to go, you're out of the game. That's what cheating is. If the ball doesn't go the way you expect it to go, you're out of the game, because you've put yourself in an all-in position. It can happen at kickoffs most likely, but it happens at other times in the game as well. Oh, Rizzo with the perfect spawn. This is this is straight RNG as far as I know. Like, Rizzo gets demoed here, and then he spawn, like, he has a 50-50 as far as I know to spawn, like, on either side, and he spawns here. Not sure if he could have got a half volley clear right there. Will I highlight the painting class? Absolutely, that's going on YouTube, dude. It's part of the G2 vs Take 3. I'm not sure if Jesse Pinkman is in my chat. I hope he was. I'm going to link that to him if he wasn't. The part about Flying Dutchman's chances to win LAN. I love Jesse. He's a good guy.
defensive
He take like out of everybody in the Rocket League scene, Jesse takes getting roasted better than anyone else. He's just so funny when you roast him.
Watch for them to be making plays here.
Easiest coin flip ever.
Puts it onto the backboard. Over 0.
I'm not sure if it is a coin flip. I think it is. It's perfectly fair though.
Gets around Insolences. The ball's still in the orange.
G2's having they're struggling.
The only player in G2 that should be using Octane is Lachinio. I don't know. I thought Kronovi's land play with Octane was fantastic. I don't think it's the cars that are the problem. Overall, I like Kronovi's Octane play, if I'm honest with you. I think it helps to keep him grounded. Blizzard_757, thanks for that, man. I will definitely keep it up. I enjoy doing VOD reviews. Like, I always wanted to do these when I was, my inspiration is from when I played League of Legends. I used to watch Monte Cristo's VOD reviews all the time. I still do sometimes, even though I've stopped playing League, I sometimes watch his VOD reviews. And I was like, these are super good, I love this. I definitely want to do that one day. So, seize the opportunity in Rocket League. Please call you a bean. Tight WSW, you're a bean. How does it feel?
That was a great play. We saw over 0 over to Kronovi. They were able to actually catch.
He takes a shot at goal. 0 plays it around Rizzo.
What was a great play?
Waits patiently. Gets it past Zanejaki. Kronovi takes a shot. It goes.
Yeah, it was a decent play. It was okay.
On defense right now, but is rolling all the way to the top and up to middle. Over 0.
I suppose.
Waits patiently.
Wow. A pass.
Kronovi takes a shot. It goes wide. Nobody at home on defense right
Wait,
now, but
did
is rolling all
Kronovi takes a shot at goal?
Kronovi takes a shot. It goes wide.
It was over 0 took a shot. No, it's Kronovi actually. Tell a lie.
That was a great play. We saw over 0 over to Kronovi. They were able to actually catch. They used a lot of misdirection. They were able to catch all of Take 3 off guard. It was definitely a bit off target.
Oh, should have been a goal.
There, and they definitely executed it well.
Should be 1-1 right now. Kronovi and Zane both should have scored.
G2 significantly tightening up their rotations from the last.
Excuse me. That cough kind of came out of nowhere.
Zane does not go for the shot as he saw over 0 was already up.
Am I setting up Pro 1s today? Maybe, dude. We'll see what happens. Maybe Pro 2s. I've had a lot of requests to do private 2s.
Trying to play that one. Kronovi and over 0 both waiting patiently. Rizzo was not able to make a shot. Zane now going to be back.
We've got the G2 convoy setting up again. Second time that Kronovi's fallen over the ball. And it does actually result in a goal this time. Second set, that's 2 aerials that Kronovi missed. I guess Kronovi doesn't, he's not 100% sure if that's going to bounce in the top corner, so he's going up in case it does. It actually goes over, so that's fair enough. He's going for the save, it didn't go in. Lachinio missing the ball. I don't know why does Kronovi let this bounce at all? Is he just completely out of boost? Even if he's out of boost, he could have gone up the wall and met this, I feel, instead of letting it bounce. Like, letting it bounce is so risky. It's so risky, especially against top level play. And with both people in the goal, nobody's ready to challenge this. I'm trying to spot. Okay, Lachinio's coming in here. Right now, Lachinio should be trusting over 0 to save anything that Insolences shoots to the right. So over 0's got one side of the goal, Lachinio's got the other. The ball goes to over 0's side of the goal. Lachinio should slam on those brakes. Because as soon as that happens, the ball goes behind him. And over 0, I think if he had boost or if he just moved quicker, would have had a save. And Lachinio's now in the middle of the goal with part of the goal behind him.
And a nice shot from Zane, finishing it off. There's the lead for take 3.
I'm a little confused to have this one in. I like that Rizzo put the shot up, realized he couldn't follow through, so then he dropped down instead. Insol probably should have had that first
Really,
shot.
It's pretty slow from over 0. I don't know if he had enough boost. He should have had enough boost
He did not pre-jump it at all.
to get a contest there.
You should have probably noticed that somebody was going to come up.
You think he got bumped by Lachinio? Well, I've already said that Lachinio shouldn't be rotating into the goal here. He should just wait at the side of the goal. There's no reason to drive into the goal because then you're positioning yourself where half of the goal is like behind you, and that's not something that you want if you're trying to make a save. Yeah, Lachinio might have bumped over 0 there. It's pretty hard to tell. It's pretty hard to tell.
Probably should have
Either
had that
way,
first shot.
Over Zero wasn't particularly fast off the line.
Didn't have time. There was definitely a defender there in the way. He did not pre-jump it at all. He didn't try and get a little. You should have probably noticed that somebody was going to come up for that shot and at least tried to get his body in the way.
Nice shot there from Over Zero, blocked away by Rizzo.
You saw my vid on YouTube, first crate BM. Yeah, dude.
Zainjaki
Easiest
plays this one
crate
up,
of my
gets it over the top
life.
of one. Over Zero lays it in the corner.
Yeah. But regardless, like Over Zero is pretty slow off the line. And I've already said, Lachinio shouldn't be driving in. Whether or not he bumps Over Zero, he shouldn't be there. Either way, it's a misplay. So it doesn't matter if he bumps him or not. It's a misplay both in both cases. And yeah, Kronovi missed a couple of aerials, let the ball bounce off his wall. There's a lot of misplays. Good passing. The shot wasn't particularly good, but the passing is there.
Very quick aggression from G2, looking to tie this game up. 45 seconds remaining.
Where's the pressure? Okay, there it is. Bit of a giveaway from Insolences, honestly.
Crosses it faster than Lachinio can get to it. 36 seconds left. Take three. Still up by one. Dropping one towards the net. Blocked away by Kronovi. Very solid clear up into the corner.
Ooh, Insolences tries the half volley on the wall. It's pretty awkward when you're trying to do a half volley and your car is driving on the curved part of the wall. Jumps don't really happen the way you expect them to sometimes. Zainjaki saying he's a kickoff god. I'll be the judge of that, my friend. It's good play by Insolences, wasting time. Forcing Lachinio into a 50-50. Oh, alright. Easy. 2-0. It was unlikely that a counterattack would ever work. Still. I think Kronovi and Lachinio both thought the other person would go for it, and then nobody went for it.
Saves, just clearing them off really well, and then following it up usually with a pass to a teammate. G2, we did see them finally cutting into the field a little bit.
You got 2 Merc decals? I think I got more than 2 Merc decals, man. Look at that, Rizzo is semi-pro. He's only played a couple of hours of the game, and he's already in the RLCS group stage for NA. That just shows you the depth of talent in NA right there. That Rizzo can get in as a semi-pro.
Especially when it doesn't affect how the game actually turns out. I don't know that they really necessarily matter at that point. But I mean, the 8 shots from
dude, the buzzer beaters matter so. It's pretty fun. The buzzer beaters matter so much. That stats right there. Zainjaki getting a goal.
G2 trapped in their own goal, forcing them to make saves. When you got a team that's as aggressive as G2,
this game is the smiley face, dude. This game is pretty fun. Smiley face.
Getting in the way,
I love it.
Touching the ball in that backboard a lot. Sure. Getting up for really fast passing plays, like whenever it was coming off the backboard, he was always there right off the bat, and he was there to kind of touch it. Even if it was another passing player off the backboard yet again, he was still there quickly, and last week he was a little bit slower to the ball sometimes. So I'm glad to see that he's waking up. G2 woke up a little bit, but here they sit yet again in a losing situation.
For sure. Yeah, no, their play looked considerably more tight than it was against Revival, but
no, it did not. It just because the scoreline was 1-0, their goal that they let in was so bad. It's so bad.
Kronovi had a shot. It goes just a little bit wide. Even when they're able to get the strategical advantage, the mechanics just kind of shaking.
You get champion in twos. Champion in twos is pretty legit right now. Kronovi's dribbling today has been pretty good. Not gonna lie. That throw had a lot to be desired. This is actually a pretty good point to highlight this is the point I've been making all day today. If we look at this situation that's developing, what's really happening here? What's really happening? We've got Kronovi on the ball, player A. We've talked about this a lot today. Oh wait, but this might be the first time I've talked about it in this YouTube video. So what am I saying? When I say player A, I mean the player who's on the ball. It doesn't necessarily matter that it's Kronovi. Player A is the one who's making a play on the ball. And then we've got player B, Lachinio. He's definitely looking to follow up on something Kronovi does. He's probably expecting Kronovi to throw this out of the backboard, which would be a good play. So Lachinio's position is pretty useful. And then we've got Over Zero sitting in the deep in the midfield, player C. His job, like I keep saying, is to intercept a hard clear should it come in, or to prevent this ball. Let's say that the ball gets flicked pretty weakly in this general direction, and the goalkeeper from take 3 comes out, and he clears the ball in this direction, and it bounces off the wall and comes downfield. That's Overzero's responsibility to deal with that. That's Overzero's responsibility to deal with that. Because he is the one who's trying to prevent take 3 from turning the pressure around. But what happens is that Overzero, all he's thinking about is how do I follow up on what Kronovi's doing. He's not looking at Zanejackie at all here. Because if he was, he wouldn't be this close, he'd be further back. Because Zanejackie comes in for a hit which is definitely going to go too fast for him to deal with. Like right there, as soon as Kronovi throws that ball, Overzero should hit the brakes, and he should stop moving. Because the next hit is probably going to come off this wall and go down the line. And that's exactly what happens. But look at that, Overzero's driven forward like a quarter of the pitch nearly. For no reason. He should be looking, as soon as Kronovi leaves that ball, or fails his throw, Overzero should be thinking, Zane's getting a hit here, maybe even Zane and then Rizzo getting a hit. But Rizzo actually misses it. Either way, it goes past him. It's just Overzero failed to identify what his role was in this play. His role in this play, like I've already explained, but just in case you didn't catch it, right here, his job as the player at the back is to stop take 3 from clearing the ball, stop take 3 from getting any pressure. You want to continue the pressure. So if Kronovi centers the ball, take 3 goalkeeper clears it, you hit it right back in there if you're Overzero. You hit it right back in there. Keep pressuring them. But he just thinks, all he's thinking about is how he can attack and follow up on what Kronovi's doing. All he's thinking about is how he can follow up on what Kronovi's doing. So immediately they lose pressure. They get one chance to get some pressure because Kronovi is dribbling and they're 3v1. And straight away take 3 are able to turn it around. And G2, they lose pressure a ton because of this, just because all 3 players are up. And as you see, they don't need to commit with 3 people to get goals. Right now they just need 2 people to get this goal. And well, one Lichinio whiffing.
First point on the takes a shot. Insolences.
So free hit in the midfield. Zanejackie whiffs it is the real problem for take 3. Just a straight whiff from Zane. It's not a particularly good clear towards Overzero though.
But now Kronovi trying to keep the promise alive, trying to take this game against take 3.
4:28. First goal.
Yeah, the flick from Kronovi is pretty weak, but that doesn't excuse Overzero for being so aggressive for no reason.
Actually just goes for the bump on Insolences. I think
Kronovi just went for the bump.
was going to be able to take the shot instead of just going for the shot himself. It's a heads-up play for
Thanks, dude. No boost. I wish I knew how much boost people had, honestly.
Oh my goodness, Insolences with an opportunity. Lichinio blocks it, but Zane with a follow-up. It goes off the backboard. Insolences
oh!
Get it in. Rizzo.
Oh, Rizzo! Get wrecked. Oh, what a goal.
Zanejackie with a great lob actually hits that top post, and then almost.
Oh, poor Lichinio just getting ruined. Absolutely ruined. What a shot. This is rewind worthy though. This is quality entertainment right here. Comedy gold finishing. So freestyle recovery from Lichinio. First thing to notice. Kronovi with a awful clear. Very, very bad by Kronovi. Insolences tries to score. Fair enough. I think that this should be a goal, honestly, from Insolences. I don't know how he manages to hit the shot so slowly. Lichinio with a bad save. Zanejackie should score. Hits the bar. Insolences should definitely score this one. Like, I don't know if Insolences knows how to do aerial shots, but this is like aerial shot city right here. You just air roll to the left and then front flip, because then you're not going to hit it over the bar. You can just slam it straight in there with a front flip. But if you don't know how to do aerial shots, you have to do a diagonal dodge to the right to get around the ball, and that doesn't have anywhere near as much power. I don't know if Insolences does aerial shots. It's actually it's still something that a lot of players haven't added to their repertoire, is aerial shooting.
Goes off the backboard.
What a finish. Look at this finish from Insolences. Incredible accuracy. You're just getting the stats, and then Rizzo. The fakes. Look at Lichinio right here. Right here.
Zhenjacki with a great lob actually hits that top post.
The half
And
flip.
then almost his teammate. But
Getting done.
Rizzo,
That was a good finish by Rizzo, but
shot.
what on earth
Noticing
was Insolence is doing?
was in a bad place for the save. Luchinio did his best to try and flip in the way of
Honestly, Rizzo is insane. Insel and Zane are amazing, and their team plays are always great to watch. Oh, come on, dude. You can't just be nice throughout the whole comment. I was waiting for the roast. I thought it was going to be like, honestly, Rizzo is insane. Insel and Zane are amazing, and their team plays are great to watch. But, and then you've got to roast someone. You know, you got to take that opportunity. You can't just finish it off as a 100% nice comment. It's good interception by Crow. Pass was solid.
Krnovi sends one towards the net. It's up high, but Zhenjacki had respawned, got up.
Any tips for aerial shots? Getting into position fast enough seems to be your problem. Just practice, dude. There isn't really any trick to aerial shots. It's just practice. Zane could have had that.
His defense get a bit. It's up high, but Zhenjacki had respawned, got up, put it over to the side.
It's actually, it's so fortunate for I nearly said IBP G2 that Luchinio missed that, because Over0 got a good hit forward. Yeah, Zane should probably have that. Zane's good off the wall. Rizzo in net. Yeah, it's not a great touch from Rizzo. It's pretty awkward though. Everybody on take 3 was shadowing right there. You didn't expect that hard a hit from Rizzo? Didn't expect Rizzo to slam the ball all of 2 feet. What a shot by Latch. Luchinio's not having a good game. He's visibly rattled by that mind game from Rizzo.
Two players from G2 in the goal. Zhenjacki and Insolence is moving upfield. Insolence gets it around the corner. Rizzo's in the air for this one, pops it high.
The ceiling pass.
Has to put it off to the side, and Krnovi immediately
there was a lot of ceiling passes in EU RLCS last weekend. A lot of ceiling passes. Seems like that happens more in EU than it does in NA. I root for Flopside in RLCS, of course. Flipside are my boys.
A good bump from Luchinio, trying to cheat up. Now we're seeing a lot more aggression from G2. They're finding themselves, and take 3s happen quite often.
Seems like Over0 wasn't ready for that clear again. It's hard to know because again we're in autocam and player cam, so we don't know. So Over0's exited screen right there. He is. So right now Over0 should be thinking that if the ball does get cleared, where's it going to get cleared, and he should get ready for that. But then the ball gets cleared there, which isn't a particularly good clear. Usually that's like, this is great for G2 if Over0 is just waiting at the midfield to try and intercept a clear. But it looks like he kind of gets taken, he gets surprised by it. I think he was like somewhere like here, or here maybe. I'm surprised that he wasn't able to intercept that and take Zane and Insel out the game. Why don't I become a coach for Flopside? Because they're doing fine. A lot of people don't realize, but Marky is actually a very smart guy when it comes to Rocket League. Marky's very good at knowing why he loses a game, or why his team loses a game. He's pretty good at seeing or working out what most of the problems are. Not all of them. Nobody can notice all the problems and fix all the problems. But Marky's pretty good at that. So they're doing quite well now, with Marky taking a leadership role. Like obviously Marky's a bit of a muppet when he streams, so people just think that he's stupid. But he's actually a very smart guy. Marky's one of the best minds in Rocket League. No doubt about it. He's one of the best minds in Rocket League. Oh, heavy touch from Over0. Krnovio's looking for that pass. Marky's a really smart guy when it comes to Rocket League, yeah.
Nice drop. Instances clears it. Nice shot from G2. It goes in.
There we go.
Over0 able to make it a 2-point game.
Some consistent pressure.
With his accuracy, but here we go,
that bounce just took Zane out the game, and Rizzo's not at home.
soon as he noticed there was no take 3 defenders, he took it.
The best mind in Rocket
1:51
League is
to go.
Cuxer.
G2
It's arguable.
with their most promising lead of the day. Hoping to be able to get a win here, tie it up with take 3. Rizzo with a nice shot on the net,
Oh dear,
blocked by
okay.
over to 0, coming from the corner here. Most promising
What
lead
happened
of the
here?
day. Hoping to be able to get a win here, tie it up with take
It
3.
looks like
Rizzo with a
Kronovi
nice
just
shot on the net,
front
blocked by over
flipped.
to be able to get a
It's hard to
win
know
here,
because
tie it
again
up,
we're
lead of
in
the day.
player cam of Luchino for some reason.
To be able to get a
Yeah, so right here, when the ball's bouncing off the wall above you, a lot of players will miss this ball because they front flip. If you imagine that, you know, the wall is like this. Oh my goodness, what a straight wall. And the ball's going to bounce like here and then come off the wall. If you are driving up the wall, here's your car driving up the wall. Let's see if I can draw an Octane. There's a spoiler. Oh yeah. Incredible. So there's the Octane. If you're driving up the wall, if you front flip, what your car does is it doesn't actually go up anymore. That, like, front flipping when you're driving up, actually what it'll do is it'll either, like, if you jump and you air roll forward, so now your car like air rolls this way, then your front flip will just face plant the wall. But if you air roll back a little bit, your front flip will take you off the wall this way. So sometimes front flipping can work because the ball will come down like this and your front flip will intersect with the ball like over here somewhere. But if you air roll the wrong way, your front flip isn't going to do anything. So what I would recommend, if you want to get, if you don't know if you're going to make it because the ball's like too high, if it's too high for you and you're not sure if you're going to make it up the wall in time, do a double jump, because what a double jump will do is that will just get you off the wall. Like first jump, second jump, it will take you off the wall like that, and it doesn't kill all of your vertical momentum. The second that you do your forward flip, or the second that you do any dodge, forward flip, side flip, back flip, any momentum that you had that was taking you up ceases. That exact moment, you just, all momentum is done. So all this speed that you've been building going up the wall, the second that you forward flip, that just comes to a halt, and you then start going off the wall instead. So instead, do a double jump, because then the double jump will take your car off the wall, and you still get to have your forward momentum taking you up the wall. So you're not going to lose any of that thrust, and that'll take you in a a trajectory like this, and you'll meet the ball with a double jump off the wall. But it looks to me that Kronovi flipped based on the way that his car is falling right here. See that? He flipped because his car like does this. Or did he just hit the ceiling? It's so hard to know because of this like bad camera.
Hoping to be able to get a win here, tie it up with take 3.
He might have just hit the ceiling.
Nice shot on the net, blocked by over to 0, coming from the corner. They keep the offensive going. Insolence is coming.
Isn't this basic knowledge? No, like it isn't at all. I guarantee you the vast majority of Rocket League players don't know that. They don't know how that jumping off the wall isn't the same as jumping off a floor.
Pushing it upfield into the corner. Kronovi tries to play it across his own goal. Gets it.
They feel like because you've jumped off a wall that your car is going to take the same line as it would on the floor, just at a 90-degree angle, and your car will do all the same stuff. Because obviously a front flip when you're on the ground takes you forward, but a front flip when you're on the wall doesn't take you up, it just takes you off the wall. Because dodging in any direction only moves you around in the horizontal plane. It doesn't get you any additional height. The only exception is if you're like doing an air roll shot, then you can kind of, twist, and halfway through your dodge you might have a part of your car go higher than you would have if you didn't do the diagonal dodge. But it's marginal. How hard is Devo carrying Mocket Aces at the moment? This weekend, Devo played absolute world class, top 5 player EU level. Definitely. Like, Devo was insane. But Pashi also had some really good games. Pashi played well this weekend. And then Panda was, yeah, getting carried. Yeah, Devo's insane. Devo's so good. He's so good right now.
If he had a potential shot on it, he would have had to have really good placement toward the corners. But he saw a teammate to his right, and then he had some space. He'd almost always give it to the teammate instead. I feel like he doesn't even look at the goal unless it's wide open. Which is really cool to have.
If Devo's top 5, who are the others?
Have the selfless place and give up possession to his teammates.
Played very, very well. Take 3 Just such great team coordination, and they had 12 shots on the net to only 8 from G2.
Let me think about
They
that.
outshot them, were able to be very, very aggressive, but 5 saves from Lachinio, 8 total from G2. Their defense, personal defense, just standing up very, very strong.
I mean, there's a very clear top 3 teams in the world right now, I'd say. That is Rocket Aces, Flipside and Northern Gaming.
I like watching Lachinio do what Lachinio does.
And
One of the most mechanical sound players in the game.
Yeah.
He's kind of insane.
Mizdik has been a bit on and off for Northern Gaming. Like, when he's on, he's really on. When he's off, he's really off. And
Sure.
Coxer's been having some inconsistencies in his play recently, but he's still really good. It's hard to pick 2 players out of Flipside. I think Marky's been really on point for them. Well, he was really on point for them this last weekend. Marky was, so I'd have to say Marky in top 5 right now. Probably Marky, Coxer, Maestro, Remco, Devo as top 5, but you know, Greasy. Greasy's up there as well. Rizzo getting a bit too high, doing the fast aerial when he didn't need to.
It's Lachinio who realizes, man, we're all grouped up together. Someone needs to fall back, and it's him that falls back. So great presence of mind from that young player there. They're able to take
Mike top 5. No, Mike's not been playing that much recently. Not much competitive anyway. What's my sub count at? If you don't mind asking, I think it's if my dashboard is correct, 125. My dashboard might not have updated though, because I've had a few subs this stream. Today's the day that 27th is the day that I got my sub button in July. So 27th is when a lot of people resub. Speaking of which, Uncle B with the resub. Thank you, dude.
Everything, Johnny.
Thanks for everything. Dude, thank you for subscribing. I just got a bit distracted. Hold on. Why is this goal happening? A lot of G2's goals in the last series were intercepting wall clears, which is exactly what I talked about. When they're falling short and losing pressures because they're not intercepting wall clears, but last game they actually intercepted a few, resulted in immediate goals. So right here they're just intercepting a clear. If they can just do this more often, they'll be on point. Look at that, over 0. Intercepts the clear. Kronovi follows up. Lachinio finishes. I've not been very impressed with Take 3's ability to clear the ball from their own corner, though. They're putting it in dangerous positions a lot like that. Not the greatest play by Zane. And I don't know what Rizzo's doing. How does he end up on the wall? Okay, Rizzo's in the corner. Rotates back to net, probably. Decides when he's halfway there that he prefers to go on the wall. Like right now, Rizzo should not be on the wall. He should probably be in the net or getting round to the back of the goal.
Pressure on. Wraps that one.
Because that's being on the wall in that position is just a nightmare. Like it's so easy for you to get mind gamed. It's so easy for somebody to just shoot it under you like this, or shoot it past you. It's very hard to make a save here. Watch the bounce in the corner. I'm trying to watch as much as I can. It's hard to. Yeah, see Rizzo right there. Gets taken out the game.
It's so much fun.
See Rizzo comes out of net, takes the boost, that's fine. Okay, so Zane takes Rizzo, but also takes Lachinio out of the game, so that's fine. And then Zane's going to take this up the wall. And I feel like right now Rizzo should just be, you know, trying to get over here as quickly as possible. This is where he wants to be. Like, he needs to just get over this way. Like, he's off screen behind us. He should just try and get over here as quickly as possible. Does Insol get bumped? Insol might have got bumped by Lachinio there. Okay, it looks like Insol didn't get bumped. I don't know. How did you end up here, Rizzo? Did you just turn the other way?
Kronovi wraps that one around. Lachinio with a shot. Nobody was in goal. They break the defense and score.
As you said, they broke the defense.
Yeah, I just want to know how you got into this position, Rizzo. Because I felt like you rotated I think you turned the wrong way. You just turned back towards the play rather than away from it. Like right here. Rizzo gets taken out of the game, so he's got a choice here. He either turns from his perspective, he turns left and ends up on the wall, or he turns right and goes back to the back post. I'd say that turning right is better most of the time. But it looks like he turned left and he's gone underneath Zane and the camera just missed him that whole time.
Kronovi wraps that one around. Lachinio with a shot. Nobody was in goal. They break the defense and score.
As you said, they broke the defense.
What are you saying? Shh, be quiet. Killer Cupid, shh. Relax. Naughty step for you.
Generally, when you see players in the back wall, it's because they might not have enough boost to make a.
Can I be your guardian to give permission? Yeah, dude, sure. The only reason I put Crow's touch.
Insolence is now very
What about Crow's touch?
To make a comfortable save, so they'll sit up there, so they have the altitude if they need it.
Man, autocam's just so bad sometimes.
Insolence is now very similar situation what we just had as Kronovi tries to drop that one down.
Wait, was that all Kronovi?
Kronovi tries to
save.
Did he pinch that?
Insolence is now very similar situation
Did he? What?
we just had as Kronovi tries to drop
Or did Insol hit that? I'm so confused.
that one down.
Did Insolences hit that?
Very similar situation what we just had as Kronovi
It's got a
tries
blue
to drop
trail,
that
but
one
how's
down.
Insolences back on the ground already?
Genio wraps it around.
He wasn't in a prime place for that.
What?
Insolence is now very similar situation what we just had.
Oh, it hit off the top of Rizzo's car.
Kronovi tries to drop that.
And Rizzo's over there? What? How did that happen? Look how far away Rizzo is. He just hit the ball. He's so far away.
So they have the altitude if they need it.
Man, autocam is so bad.
In a prime place for that save.
Why do you have to dissect things like this?
Insolence is now very similar situation what we just had as Kronovi tries to
Oh, it's forced perspective. Rizzo's actually closer than it looks. He's actually way closer than it looks. It's forced perspective. It looks like he's further away because of the angle.
drop
Yeah, he's actually like way more in the midfield.
that one
It's just
down.
forced perspective. That's
Genio
weird.
wraps it around.
Like,
Insolence is able to
a lot of times I find myself when I have to rewind something and say, wait, what was that bounce? It's usually because the camera's panning in such a way to make it look weird. Like, autocam really screws up sometimes. Or screws up your perspective.
That one away over Zero, putting it over to the side. Lachinio with the counterplay, trying to push this one through.
Lachinio with the pass to Zane Jackie for absolutely no reason. Is what's actually happening here.
Carry that one away over Zero, putting it over to the side. Lachinio with the counterplay, trying to push this one through. Zane
Lachinio with the
up ball
counterplay,
up for
taking
Rizzo.
0 opponents out the game with his touch.
Trying to just create an opportunity.
Giving the ball to take 3, who accept
Zero,
it,
Lachinio both back for that one. Insolence
and go
falls
right back on the
Goes to
offensive.
pick up the boost, which spawns right after he crosses over. An unfortunate situation as Kronovi's able to take a shot. Lachinio's up for this one, blocked away by Zane. Very close situation. Rizzo keeps it out of net. Insolence is now looking for an opportunity. to
Rizzo
pass it
likes
up
the
to
wall.
wing. Zane, he just rotates it
Likes the
behind as he
wall in his
realizes
own
the
defensive
opportunity's
near
gone,
post.
and Rizzo has more boost. Pushes it out to middle. Kronovi's there. Keeps these shots coming. The siege just continues for G2. They put another one on. Can over Zero finish it? Goes
Oh
wide.
my
Almost not
word.
in that corner. He's not
That
able
is the
to put it out
floppiest
middle.
shot of the
Kronovi's
series.
there. Keeps these shots coming. The siege just continues for G2. They put another one on.
That is such an easy goal right here. That is such an easy goal.
Can
How?
over Zero finish it? Goes
Oh
wide.
my
There was no
goodness.
one in that corner.
Over
He's not
Zero.
able to put it in just yet. They keep the
Oh
pressure
no,
on.
over
Insolence
Zero.
clears it away. And now he's
Could have been
trying to push this
2-0.
one out. Get away from
That
siege
is the
moment.
floppiest shot
Create
of the
some
series.
offense. Buying themselves
I should
little
make a
bit of
series,
victory.
5 biggest flops of the week, RLCS.
After a while, if you're on defense for too long, you do start to lose a lot of boost.
Oh,
Wow.
rough. Kronovi putting it on the hood of
Insolence
Insolence.
says, what is he doing?
Insole must be. This is such a defeating situation.
Wait, is this a part where Wavepunk makes the most obvious joke of all time, and then he points it out, as if anyone couldn't have understood it first
He
time?
got into net, expected a.
Like, this is just mispositioning from Insolences. He's asking for this to happen. He's asking for this to happen by positioning like that. Like, that position's never useful. It's never useful to be in that position.
That's rough.
After a while, if you're on defense for too long,
Like, it's just too sharp on the turning circle. He's turning here. He should be turning more wide, because then when the ball does this, it doesn't go in.
you do start to lose.
Just
a lot
way
of
too
boost.
sharp. He just parks his car and pokes it in.
That's
It wouldn't.
rough.
There wasn't
Kronovi
even anyone in the
on
middle.
Insolence is making it a 2-0
There
game.
wasn't even anyone from G2 in the middle. The ball would have just gone right across the
Got
goal,
into net, expected
and nothing would have happened.
A different touch from Kronovi. I think he expected it to either go higher, no, not nearly as fast. Kronovi pinched it a little bit off the wall. I think it's faster, and Insult just sat there. He's like, I can't stop this from happening.
I'm going to apologize beforehand for this one, but Kronovi just added Insolences to injury.
Like, okay, the Wavepunk jokes. Why? Wavepunk, if you're listening, why do you have to do it like this? Like, this joke would be fine if you just did a deadpan. Like, why do I don't know if it's like an American thing, where you just don't do deadpan humor. Because British comedy is all about just deadpan humor. You say it and you have a straight face and you don't laugh. You know, you just say like, you don't need to preface it with, I'm going to apologize for this one. You just say, Kronovi adding insolences to injury right there, and then you just go straight back into your commentary and say whatever is happening, right? Because he's the play-by-play. See, the play-by-play has got the easiest deadpan of all time, because you could just go straight back into commentary. Wow, Kronovi adding insolences to injury, and now we see G2 up by 2, because if you just go straight back into your commentary with deadpan delivery, and then your co-commentator's like, oh my god, like, they can have the reaction. You don't need to set it up. It's such an obvious joke. I don't know. Wavepunk needs to get some subtlety for his jokes. He's about as subtle as a brick in a greenhouse.
Oh man. Oh man.
It was too good. I couldn't pass up on it.
Like we're I hate. We're still talking about a terrible joke. Just deadpan delivery, please. I need this. My British comedy. What is going on here? My British comedy pedigree is demanding deadpan delivery here. Why is nobody challenging this for G2? Okay. So we got Lachinio, Sheep, and Kronovi for no reason. Over0 getting manhandled. Why is Lachinio come off the line here? I don't get it. This happens a lot for IBP G2 where they just chase their teammate into the corner for no good reason. There's no reason to do that yet. Like, there's no imminent pass into, like, what does this position achieve? It's like, this position is really good if the ball's about to get passed off the wall into the middle, like, quickly. Is that ever going to happen here? No, absolutely not. So there's no reason to front flip.
It was too good. I couldn't pass up on it.
It just takes yourself out of position. Now he has to turn around, and now he's shadowing. He could be facing the ball and going up for this aerial to contest it, but nope.
Looking for their first goal in game number 3. A nice shot.
And then, what a save.
Right here at halftime, they get a goal.
British comedy becomes unfunny after you turn 10 years old. British comedy greater than any comedy by miles.
There were 3 goalies right there.
The Office was a flop. The Office is great. But The Office is completely deadpan. It's all about deadpan in The Office.
All right, over0 to play that one off the wall. G2 still ahead by 1 point right as we crossed halftime here. Lachinio up on the wall. Insolences able to try and drop it.
That's a good interception.
Rizzo plays it back into
Like Rizzo though, he's playing that denial role. I feel like if this happened, if this clear came in, like this clear there, if that happened and we were looking at G2 being blue team, that would have taken all of G2 out the game. They would all be facing their cars like at the, imagining that the ball's bouncing center, then they'd be like, oh no, bananas, the ball's behind us. But no, Rizzo, he's got a brain, so he's ready to defend that. Or he's ready to intercept.
Rizzo bumping 2 people at a goal. over0 getting a very important clear there to keep that one away from the goals. Rizzo just bulldozed people out of the way. It was a completely
the half flip kind of challenge. It wasn't actually a half flip, it was more of a reverse 180 air roll into a front flip challenge.
So they won't get any hard counter clears. They might gain control, but they're going to have to dribble the ball or pass it.
That's a great pass by Kronovi and over0.
Get the touch. Lachinio back line again. So Kronovi tries to play it over. Lachinio now moving it up, trying to set it up for a teammate. Blocked by insolences. Rizzo sits in goal.
Zane's going all the way back. He's ready to follow up on a variety of things.
By Lachinio, Kronovi has to play it across. Oh dear, this is an interesting touch. Insolences might be able to drop it in. It goes to the far corner. Rizzo looking for an opportunity, but Kronovi gets it over the top. It's up to Zane on the back line.
See, Lachinio is like darting forward there. Sorry about the full screen. I misclicked. Darting forward. This always happens for G2, where they're like, they're so keen to get forward. Like this front flip, look where he lands. Like the ball could go so high here. This front flip's only good if the ball comes across the goal really quickly, which is unlikely because there's a defender. It's not like awful that Lachinio's doing that, but it just kind of, it happens all the time for G2. They're all 3 of them like rushing forward as fast as possible. They're not like thinking like, where's the ball likely to go? Where is the play gonna go after Kronovi gets tackled?
G2 still with the lead in game number 2, looking to take the lead in the series. They play this one up onto the wall.
I think though, I think G2 will be okay. They've got the talent.
ball just
I
rolling
think
towards their
that
goal.
they're going to
Overzero.
struggle
Oh, he
for
puts it
next
off the
week.
post, and Lachinio able to
Good
finish it off,
pass.
make it a 2-point
Really
game.
good pass.
Mentioned it a few times. Overseer's accuracy today has been kind of underwhelming.
What a
He's
pass
a
from
great
Rizzo as
striker.
well.
I know he definitely is an incredible.
Rizzo is just like,
Once he's been
the ball! I see the ball, let's hit it.
This one up on
Oh
the
no,
wall.
what have I done?
Insolences blocks it. Rizzo puts it out to the side. Ball just rolling.
What?
Insolences blocks it. Rizzo puts it out to the side.
Yeah, Insel could have turned a bit quicker as well. Insel could have turned a
Ball
bit
just
quicker.
rolling
I feel like Overzero should probably score that, but he might not know that it's as open as this, to be fair to him, because he's just turned really sharply.
towards their goal. Overzero. Oh, he puts it off the post. And Lachinio
Insel
able
should
to
have done
finish
better
it off,
here,
make it
but
a
this is
2-point
kind of on
game.
Rizzo.
mentioned it a few times. Overseer's
Like right here, he
accuracy
just needs to get out the way, make sure not to center it.
has been kinda
He's like, oh
underwhelming.
no.
Great striker.
Tries to do a soft touch and
I
the
know
ball
he
just
definitely
flies away
kind
from
of
him.
a 1v1s player, and players that do a lot of 1v1s can usually hit the ball in the net from wherever. It's usually quick reactions, quick turnarounds. Using
Before that, Rizzo's clear did get blocked by Overzero. Rizzo was trying to roll the ball up the wall, but it bounced off Overzero and then it hit the wall flat, came back into the middle. So it was actually a good play by Overzero. Denying the clear. Insel yelled at you? Oh no. That does not sound like a good team environment right there.
Insolence is able to get it so close. Overzero makes the save in net. All three players from G2 very much bunched up right now. Zane trying to push it through him. Great
Let me just move
opportunity.
myself real
Insolence
quick.
crosses it wide. You know he wanted to shoot there as there was only
There we
one
go.
person back, and he was kind of getting himself sorted out. Overzero though puts it up to the side. 9 seconds remaining. And as every second passes, it's less and less likely for take three. Excuse me, G2 able to
Take
get
3,
another
keep changing
win
your
here
name.
and
Be
take
Take 4
the
next
lead in the
week.
series.
Just keep changing it to screw up the casters. Actually don't though, in case you think that's a real suggestion.
I do think that if Overzero can just clean up his shots a little bit, he will, by all means, they would have had probably double the goals.
I think I think Overzero tilts so easily.
But I guess my point is, if he could just take advantage of
Or at
some
least
of
on
the
online he tilts so easily.
I think that it would have given them quite a lot more opportunities.
G2 as a whole plays so much better when there's no pressure on them, but right now they've put so much pressure on their shoulders, so much expectation.
Got a little quiet. We didn't see them getting a lot of control, but I think it's because G2
Thoughts on Jazer playing for F3 this weekend?
prevent them from taking control.
Yeah, no, in take 3,
It's pretty cool. He's gonna be Jazer's gonna be subbing in for Flipside this weekend because Greasy can't play. So this weekend, look out for Greasy being out doing something, and Jazer will be playing with Cuxer and Marky. Honestly, Jazer is one of the best options that Flipside had available for a substitute who will have to play the game, who's going to have to play, because all of the other good players are playing in other teams already.
Swept. I'm glad the tilt didn't affect them too much.
For sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if they came in.
Freestyles in RLCS, I don't expect that. If Jazer freestyles, man, the chat's gonna go insane. The chat's gonna love it. If Jazer like does one spin, everybody will be spamming Jazer tutorial in the chat. I'm gonna tell them to do it at least once. If they're like winning 4-0, do a freestyle just to see the chat, and then Marky will slap him from here till next year. It's pretty awesome though. I like that Flipside have picked up Jazer. I think it's a very good choice. Mike isn't a sub. Mike played for Good Morning. He played with Bipod and Spoonie in the qualifier. And if you played in the qualifier for one team, you can't sub for another team anymore. I think the best player who's not on any team right now is probably Torix. But Torix has no interest in playing competitive.
Insolences keeps that pressure on. This has just been an endless siege from take 3. During the first 30 seconds of the game, a nice shot going just wide from Rizzo.
Well, it wasn't a nice shot. It was nearly a nice shot.
No, he plays it over to the side. Kronovi now finally breaks the siege, putting it up. A demo onto Rizzo and onto Zane Jackie by so much space, and Kronovi puts it in.
G2, they did actually get goals. Savage. Absolutely savage from Lachinio. This is really smart from Lachinio, not gonna lie. Really, really smart. He steals the boost on one side, clears out the entire defense, and steals the other boost. Even if Kronovi missed. He's just crippled their defense. It's a really, really good play by Lachinio. Get demolished. What about Sebedam? Sebedam's playing in the group stage for Summit. Sebedam is playing very well, actually. I was very impressed by Sebedam. He was scoring a ton of goals. He was being very consistent. It's good to see, because I was actually someone who vouched for Sebedem. I vouched for him a lot at the start of his threes career.
Zane gonna send one screaming in from far away, and it ties up the game.
If I judge Jazer and Cuxer by mechanical skill only, which one would you say is more advanced? Cuxer by far. Jazer's like very good at specific mechanical skills, but the other ones he's not good at all.
Committed there, all going up for the Luchino in the corner, over 0.
Oh no, over 0. You don't get to see on this replay or in this first playthrough. Look at when the Batmobile belly flops the ball, it looks so funny. Look at over 0 in this replay.
Oh, and the breakaway, Zane gonna send one screaming in from far away.
Summit lost both of their series. Look at this. Look at it. It just looks so dumb. Right there. When the Batmobile hits the ball with the underside mid flip. If I had to put a sound effect on it, it would be something like that. So funny. Not what he was trying to do. How would I rank Rizzo in NA top 5 3v3? Possibly. Possibly. He was one of the best 5 players in the qualifier for NA.
Tying it up within the first minute. Kronovi sends a nice shot, but it's blocked by Zane. Insolences plays this one off the corner, letting Zane get set up in net, able to get the clear. Here's an opportunity for the exact same thing to happen, except Lachinio is farther back this time, but still lofted. Rizzo's up, plays it a bit wide, goes for the double tap.
Oh, beautiful. That first touch off this aerial is so good. This touch here, perfect. See the last second, he angles his car down, he's deliberately hitting the bar there. This is the real reason why Rizzo's in chat. It's just for this one goal. He's just here for this one goal.
Still lofted. Rizzo's up. Plays it a bit wide. Goes for the double tap. Drops
That's
it in one.
beautiful.
Rizzo really starting to do what he did last weekend and just
That's something right here. A lot of new players are not very good at this in particular, like hitting the underside of the ball during an aerial. Like when you hit aerials, like a lot of new players, they'll hit the ball along this line. Like they'll hit it up here and the ball will just go straight down. Like if you look at new players doing aerials, they all hit the top of the ball or the middle. They'll always hit this zone. That's what they're aiming at. They're aiming at this zone and the ball will just go straight down because they're thinking, I'm really high, I need to hit the ball down. Whereas actually one of the most important things to learn is just being able to hit the ball right there on the bottom. Just on the bottom side to get the ball to go up, because getting the ball to go up, even if you don't put it straight into the net, you know, you can either follow up on a double touch, or if Rizzo didn't do this at lower level, Rizzo might miss this and the ball will hit the bar, goalkeepers will all probably miss, and then someone else in your team can follow up. Just being able to aerial and hit the underside of the ball, very valuable skill.
The ball actually forced his car to bounce back because the momentum of his car wasn't enough to not be affected by the ball, and he still corrects his car enough to fall through to get the second touch, putting them in the
Caster
lead.
not really hyping it up.
3:42 left to go.
I've criticized that in the past, where I feel like a lot of the RLCS casting is very samey. Like stuff that is not necessarily hype at all is just average hype levels, and then stuff that's really hype is just again average hype levels.
Rizzo follows for the boost steal as Lachinio goes for the air dribble, trying to push it through.
Well, Lachinio might have had that. It didn't look like 100%. He didn't air roll the right way at the end to turn his car into a big plank.
Able to get it past 2. Lachinio's on the back line. He's going to have to make the Spider-Man clear. He does. Puts it over onto the far wall. Insolences watching this one as Kronovi takes the shot, gets the block, gets the save.
I will say, I was impressed with I watched more of the EU RLCS this weekend live than I did the NA. NA, I didn't see a lot of it live. This is the first time I've seen these games. What is going on? This is the... Hold on, I'll go back up. I'll back that up in a second. But this is the first time I've seen these games. And what I will say about the EU casting is I was impressed by Wavepunk's flow. I think that Wavepunk, like, he had more flow to his casting than he usually does, which is good to hear. Anyway, let's see what on earth is going on with Take 3's defending here. So another poor... Take 3 really need to work on their clears from their own corner. A lot of them falling short in the midfield. A lot of them falling short in the midfield. And see, when the camera pans around to Insol, firstly, we get to see Luchino's super wide FOV. Look at the fisheye here. You can actually see the curvature of the ground because of the fisheye that happens. It's like the distortion with the 110 FOV. But secondly, Insolences is very far forward in the net, which he did that earlier, which turns into... It can turn into problems. Although again, just another aerial going straight down from Insol. Like if that ball had gone super high, Insol would have had a difficult clear, but it doesn't. It falls quite favorably. And then he's done what I was talking about earlier. He's hitting the ball straight down, which is like what a lot of newbie players do when they're new to aerials. They just jump up and hit the ball straight down again. Insol should be hitting this away from Kronovi, just up into the corner. This should never happen. And then Rizzo actually just spawns. Look at Rizzo, he's just got demoed and then he appears. And he's just surrounded. It's just like... Ah! He's like, why did I have to be on this side? No! Rizzo would much rather be on the other side. He's just like, oh, for goodness sake. The ball's... If he had ball cam on, the camera would just have gone... He's like, oh my goodness, why am I underneath the ball? It's so bad. And then Zane Jackie making a rotation straight back towards the ball. Again, probably hoping that Rizzo doesn't appear here, and he does, and they're just like, oh my word. They've done the G2 impression. We've got the little circle of friendship right here. The little, well, it's not a circle. I'll try my best, hold on. Oh, come on! I'm so bad at drawing. Yeah, it's more like a bean. The bean of friendship right there. For take 3. I had no points for working out what went wrong here. Looks a bit like a fish, I suppose. The fish of friendship. There we go. It's a fish. The friend fish. Football friend fish. They just had a little team meeting. They're like, guys, we need to clear the ball. Okay. Rizzo's like, okay, guys. I've spawned here especially to tell you, we need to clear the ball. We're really struggling to clear the ball from this position. Let's hit it harder. And they're like, we're under an attack. We're under attack. Disperse. Separate.
Insolences and Rizzo were right on top of each other. They're like literally on top of each other. And Kronovi taking a shot.
What a save.
Insolences able to get the save. Their defense holds strong.
What is
The
Over Zero
siege
doing?
From G2 is immense. Man, Insolences and Rizzo were right on top of each other. They're like literally on top of each other. And Kronovi taking a shot. Insolences able.
Like, why is Over Zero going up for that? Why? He knows that Luchino has this, or should have it. Over Zero should never be up for this in a million years. Luchino's got a way easier shot, a way more powerful shot as well.
To get the save. Their defense hold.
Like, all Over Zero's doing is putting off Luchino and then wasting boost. So we've got a probably 40-ish boost donation to the atmosphere from Over Zero. Big thanks to Over Zero for the 40 boost donation to the sky.
Tries to push it away. Luchino taking another shot, but Insolences is there. Rizzo out to the midfield. Zane Jackie moves up and puts it into the orange corner. 2:20 left to go. He's striking right now.
Yeah, I feel like I've been saying a lot today, but G2, if they just think more, what could the other team do? Oh, that's a good goal. G2 just, they don't really think about what the other team could do that could screw them over. They're never thinking, what could happen here that could screw us up? They're never thinking like that. They're always thinking, oh, I could score this. Oh, man, it got intercepted. Sucks. So well, we'll try again next time. Oh, we got scored on the counter attack. Rip. That's the line of thinking.
Zane Jackie moves up another shot, but Insolence in the corner tries to push it away. Luchino.
Like there. See, Kronovi's going in for this, but it's so ambitious. This is like a really easy clear. Like if I saw this, and let's say that this got paused like here, and somebody said, "What's going to happen?" I'd be like, "Well, about 99 times out of 100, Insolences is going to get a half volley wall clear, piece of cake." But apparently Kronovi didn't think that because he's going in as the last man to go for a rebound when the vast majority of the time this ball is not going to bounce off the wall without Insolences touching it. It's not going to bounce off the wall without Insolences touching it. Kronovi should be thinking about what happens after Insol touches it, not, well, let's hope he doesn't, because he's going to touch it most of the time. And Over Zero is in no position. Over Zero Luchino are in no position to intercept this clear. And Kronovi goes in, takes himself out of the game as well. And now they're under attack. They're under pressure.
Zane Jackie moves up.
Luchino has to throw himself at the ball because he didn't know if somebody was going to shoot it from the midfield.
20 left to go. He's striking right now. Kronovi gets the save. Insolences keeps the
You see the pressure just continues.
Where's
All
Rizzo?
of these
Takes the
clears
shot,
are getting
goes up
intercepted
across
by
where
take
Insolences
3.
up again. What a
Every
play
time that
from
they try and
Take
clear the
3.
ball,
They're up by 2.
it's getting intercepted. That's the one thing that G2 needs to learn how to do better, is intercept wall clears. And so going for the side flip shot. Good finish.
2-12. Up by 2. Take 3.
Gibbs should make his own team with Carpet and James. They've done that before.
Kronovi out to Luchino, looking to possibly cut down on this score margin, maybe tie it up, maybe take the lead.
Another clear getting intercepted at the wall. That's the one place where G2 have been doing well, intercepting clears. It's when take 3 are defending it or clearing it off the wall. Rizzo on the wall again in defense. Just look at Rizzo throughout this whole play. Why, Rizzo? Why? Why are you on the wall? Like right there, this moment, I'm like, what is he doing? Like, why? Why do you have to go up here? You could just wait on the ground patiently. Oh, so Bizzle. I saw that in the chat before the notification. Thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Another first time sub to do. Where else would I go? This is what you should do, Rizzo. This is what I think you should do. Some people might disagree, but I'll tell you exactly what I think you should do. So right here, you're in the perfect spot. Well, before, yeah, just there-ish is perfect. Perfect position. Because let's just put a little marker. So this is where you were. Let's just leave that there.
But Zane is in the back, waiting for this one.
When that hit comes in from Kronovi, you're going up on the wall because you're thinking, if Kronovi hits this high, I want to be ready for it. Oh my goodness, the line moved. I'm a fool. The line was here. I'm so stupid. I was like, I'll put the line here, then the dots moving all over the place. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, so you're roughly here. If Kronovi hit this ball, it's not going to teleport from here to here in a split second. It's going to arc, and when it arcs, it's probably going to take, you can do the math. It's not going to go there instantly, but you can easily get from here up here. I'm so stupid, that freaking dot, man. You can easily get from here, drive up the wall, and meet it above your goal before Kronovi can hit this ball. Look at the distance that the ball has to go. It's not going to go there faster than you can drive up. So actually committing to the wall this early means that you have to do this really awkward back and forth. Let's look at Rizzo throughout this whole play. To stay on the wall like that and prevent yourself from sliding down, you have to like drive forward and backwards. You have to kind of hump the wall. Hard to stay still when G2 has been trying to demo you all game. Yeah, you got to be on the lookout for demos for sure. But I mean, the wall this is very, very risky because if the infield pass comes on the ground, like let's say that Kronovi, instead of hitting it like straight at your backboard, what could happen is that he just waits for the ball to bounce and then hits it infield, like on the ground. If you're on the wall, it's really difficult to get from the wall down to meet the ball. And let's say Zane didn't have boost and the ball like just comes into a position like this and a defender was coming in. He's going to take a shot and nobody's going to be ready to save that in like the top corner, for example. The top corner shot's going to be very dangerous from here because Zane Jackie's like facing this direction in the goal, and you on the wall, you have to like reverse down and fall on the ball. Like none of this is easy. I think that committing to the wall early is just a small mistake right there. It reduces the chance that you're going to be able to influence the play with momentum, as we see right here. Look at this. Like, if you were on the ground here, you could have cleared, you could have smashed this clear, right? But instead, you're just dumping it into a position where really Luchino could have been more aggressive, moved up here, and take a shot.
Was just a bit high.
Like a better shot than this, I mean. Wasn't really an error. You don't think either of you don't think me or you are wrong. You could have gone to either spot and it could have worked. It just was better to be on the wall if Crow's initial touch was just a hard flip. Well, if we look at what happened, you being on the wall screwed you over. I think that you'll agree with that. This is being on the wall really screwed up Rizzo here because he has no momentum, so he can't hit this ball with any force, and he just dumps it in a really dangerous position. Luchino, if he was a bit quicker, could have scored this. Like, just moved into position, taken a shot from just at the edge of the box and scored. So we can agree that this is not a good outcome. So how can we deal with both what happened and what could have happened without taking a risk? And I would say just being over here is fine, because there's no risk of a demo. Nobody's near, so you can get up the wall quickly. Like I said, if Kronovi does arc the ball at the back wall, you can actually all of you should go into free play and try this. Just see how long it takes to get from here up on the wall to make it clear. It's really, really quick. It's faster than going for an aerial. You can get up really, really quickly, as you well know. Like, driving up walls is faster than flying. So you could fly if you wanted to. Like, let's say it's off the wall and you're not comfortable going up the wall and flying off, then you could just fly. But
off the wall. He takes a shot. It goes just a bit high, and Rizzo's able to
yeah, I feel like you could have dealt with the hard flip hit from Kronovi from the ground, and you would have been able to deal with what actually happened much more easily from the ground.
It goes a bit high. Insolences drops it back into the orange box. And Kronovi.
It's a situational thing though. Like, if the ball comes in and it's not near the wall, you can just fly, because, you know, fast aerial gets you up there really quickly, as we just saw. Like, we got fast insoles and gets up there. You don't need to already be on the wall. You can get up really quick. Being at the back post is what lets you get up quick, because you're flying forward at the ball. You don't have to just, you know, fly straight up in the air, which is awkward. You can, you know, fly slightly forward and up. Far more easy to do. Just play the game. I'll do whatever I want, dude.
It's just so much ball control in favor of take 3. They are completely manhandling this one right
Oh,
now.
you had like 20 or 30 boost. Yeah,
and that one
that's fair
went
then.
in. What a carry by Zane.
They really are manhandling at the moment. They are putting in a lot of shots.
What a shot. Did that hit the ceiling? It did. My goodness.
Right into the net.
It's a good shot, but what an own goal. See, this is the annoying thing, is it's so hard for me to know like how much boost people have, and then like, ideally you should have more boost, so I could just say, you should have more boost, but that's, you know, that's just silly for me to say that. That's just like a I win every argument statement. It's like, you should have more boost, you should manage your boost better. Of course you should. But yeah, this would be a lot easier if I could see. I think that even if they, what do you guys think? Like, there's a lot of you in chat right now. Just give a yes or a no to what I propose here. Do you think that, like, the nameplate above somebody's name should, like, let's say that it's slightly, well, the blue one's pretty dark. The orange one's not that dark. So we can make it a tiny bit of a darker tone, and it fills up with a brighter tone if, well, based on how much boost you've got. So 100 boost, it's full, then no boost is minimum. You're saying yes before I even said the question. So it would look like this. It would look like this. Like, this is blue team. This is blue team right here. There, that's blue team. And it would say Rizzo in it if it's Rizzo. Except it's in blue. Oh, for goodness sake. Can it be black, please? There we go. Can it be bigger? 60? Oh, not 6,000. This is hard. This is what I'm proposing. Please work. Wait, why is the background blue? Okay, there we go. See? Only for spectators? It could only be for spectators. It could be in-game. I think in-game would be fine. But if it was this for spectating would be great if it did this. Anyway, what did you guys all say? Was there a lot of yeses or nos? Nay, 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 nay. The nay emote is so cool. A lot of people are saying yes and a lot of people are saying nays. Mostly no's. So in-game, I think it's pretty... So I think we're pretty much agreed. In spectator mode, this would be good. But not in-game. Which I think, yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that. I wanted to know what you guys thought, though. I think that's true. So in-game, it would... Or in spectator mode, it would look like that. So it fills up when you have more boost. So you can just see like a visual thing. It doesn't add anything to the game. We didn't need to see a number. But also, why doesn't, like when we're on Lichinio's camera, why don't we see his boost in the corner? Like, we're so used to seeing the boost in the corner every time we play, but not when we're in spectator. Weird. I don't know why that is.
Of take 3. They are completely manhandling this one right now.
And then what a save by
and
Overzero
that one went
and Lichinio.
in. What a carry by Zane.
They really are manhandling at the moment. They are putting in a lot of shots.
Okay, good that we got that. So that's confirmed. What a save.
think it was Lachinio that tried to come and save that from behind. He didn't realize someone was in his net.
But yeah, teammates, it would be useful to know what your teammates had, right?
Yeah, from the auto cam angle, it actually just looked like it kind of dropped in, but no. It was
I think it's a
definitely
really
unfortunate
easy
there for
way
G2 as they've been
to
trying carve their
add
way back into this one,
boost
extended the lead
visibly to the
themselves.
spectator, because you
48
don't add
seconds
anything
down
at
by
all.
three.
Well, you don't change
Looking like
anything
we're going to
except
game
like
five,
the
Cards,
color
they just
of the
continue to make
nameplate,
it exciting here
and
in
it's
week
only
one.
like marginally
Zane
changing the
playing that one
color.
over the top, looking to
And it
drop
would be
just another
super
one in.
intuitive. You could explain that to a
One
new
more
player.
nail
If I
in
just
here.
said to somebody
Rizzo
brand new to
trying
Rocket League,
drop it in.
oh
Zane
yeah,
under
see when
spot,
the
so Rizzo's gonna miss
the
that one.
more
It's
like
5-1.
of the bright color there is, that's how much boost they have. People would be like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I get that. You know, it's not complicated. I think that's the best solution I could think of.
And he actually gets the flip to put enough momentum on the ball to drop it down for Insolences. Rizzo, what a showcase of skill.
He's playing so well. 31 seconds remaining.
Boost on the bottom? You mean like all the players and their boost totals at the bottom? Nah, see, that would add more clutter to the screen. We don't need more clutter. That's why I think the solution I propose is the best one, because it doesn't like clutter the screen any more than it already is.
Of G2, and now 2 games go in favor of Take 3. And it's all gonna come
You
down
genuinely
to
feel
that
like
game
keeping track of
5.
boost is part of the game. Well, the problem is that I can't see everybody in the screen. Like, I can't see if somebody is missing the boost at midfield over here, you know? Because AutoCam doesn't let me see that. So this guy might miss the boost. He might just try, like, let's say that Zane Jackie's coming back into defense and he misses the boost at midfield. There he is, there's Zane. Let's say that he just missed literally every boost pad. I don't know that information, you know, AutoCam. You can't really criticize me as a caster in this position, or an analyst, because I just don't know for what I'm doing. For VOD review purposes, there's no way to tell. Sometimes there's literally no way for you to know if somebody has full boost or if they missed it in the corner. So, I think it would be better. The biggest change I would want for replays, like replays in like replay files, is I wish there were replays of goals in the replays themselves, if that makes sense. Chaos Prophet 3 months in a row. Boyalo. Thank you for the resub, dude. Boyalo. You can now another month of boy helloing in other people's chats to make them jealous of the best emote on Twitch.
They both always want to do a lot because they're so good that they both always want to do a little too much. They want to follow their own balls, they want to get the air dribbles, they want to do a bunch of things. I think if those two guys would...
I love that the story that they're trying to tell of IVP or G2 is that they're too good. It's like, man, this team has so much talent. They're so good. In fact, they have too much talent. They're too good at the game. That's why they're losing, is because they're too good. This team, they can't, you know, control themselves. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you can have too much talent in one team. Look at G2. Best team in the world, but they're so good that they lose games because they're trying to be as good as they can be. But they're not, they're idiots. They're such muppets when they play sometimes. I'm just like, what are they doing? They need to calm down. They are very talented individuals.
We move forward into game 5. Anybody can take it. It all comes
G02.
G02.
G02. Nah, free 2's better. Just calling them free 2. G2 more like free 2. Games are gonna be so free.
No, this is a new one though. This is Urban Dawn.
Why were the casters talking about Neo Tokyo? I'm not gonna rewind because I don't really care.
I just noticed. Oh,
easy goal for Rizzo.
To talk about this insane play by Rizzo.
I'm still mad it's not Neo Tokyo, but Rizzo following up his own pass,
insane play by Rizzo.
A little bit too early. Generally, what I would have seen him do.
Let's rewatch this insane play by Rizzo. See what he does here. He drives into the ball. Perfect driving into the ball right there by Rizzo. See what he did is he just drove forwards, and as soon as the ball hit the ground, he also hit the ball. So the ball not only hit the ground, it also hit his car. That what it did. Let me just break this down. Oh my goodness. Blind Man Gamer with the 3-month resub.
Say hi. 3 for 3 months.
Three out of 3 months. That's all the months I've had a sub button. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. But anyway, back to the insane goal right here. So the ball's going this way. See, we have the ball. It's going this way. Then Rizzo comes in from this direction and he hits it, and that makes the ball go this way instead. That's what we're seeing here. It's pretty insane. Yeah, but you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to stay up to speed with this one because a lot happens really quickly. So I'm sorry if it just goes over your head, like it does Lachinio's head right here. Because see right here, like I have to warn you, this is complicated stuff, but the ball is going like we're looking top down now. The ball's going this way now, so that we're now bird's eye view. And in Rocket League, actually, the corners, they're not straight. The corners of the pitch are angled. So see what happens is when the ball hit the angled corner, it stopped going this direction and it now went this direction. It went in towards the goal. And see, if Lachinio knew this, he wouldn't be freestyling. He's just having a good time. But this is what makes this goal so insane, is it bounces off. No, it didn't bounce off the flat part of the wall. It bounced off the angled part of the wall. And that's why this is goal of the day from Rizzo.
Just now turning on. I just noticed from Central Dawn.
Like, it's so good it just went straight over Lachinio's head.
Just now turning on. I just noticed. Oh, maybe I should stop talking with the city to talk about this insane play by Rizzo.
I'm still mad at not Neo Tokyo, but Rizzo following up his own pass, it bounces off the corner perfectly for him.
Insane.
And Lachinio got up a little bit too early. Generally,
those lines are so straight. Hey, they were pretty straight
that, but
compared to most of the lines that I'm able to draw.
Was a little awkward. It hit that perfect little spot on the top corner of the map.
Can I play it in slow-mo to give you a chance? Sorry, dude. Sometimes these plays you're just going to go over your head. Like it went over Lachinio's head.
Oh, Insolence just comes from the side. What
a good save
to get that one away. Lachinio had an easy shot, but Insolence just snatches it away from him.
Someone's salty that they aren't casting the RLCS. Dude, I'm having a great time. I don't know what you're thinking.
Up the middle of the field.
Don't get me wrong, I want to cast RLCS.
Nice
that would be a lot of fun.
Shot there by Insolence is descended into the corner. Lachinio's watching it, drops it over to Zero.
I just like to have some fun sometimes with, like, what I say stupid stuff when I'm casting. I wouldn't mind if I said something dumb while I'm casting and then somebody did a VOD review and they mocked me for the dumb thing that I said. Like, I'd be like, well played, you got me. You know, it's no big deal. I'm friends with all the RLCS casters. I'm sure they'll watch that and be like, yeah, okay, you got me.
They all were. Rizzo fell all the way back, maintaining that defensive presence that they always like to have. G2 playing this one out into the middle as Carnovi wasn't making the touch. Insolence is over to the far side. Rizzo.
Me doing analysis, but carpeting play-by-play, that's like throwback to PPL Season 2. That's the first time we casted together. So I know where Gibbs is, probably looking after Giblet.
Going in favor of Zane as Rizzo is able to get this one around. And now they have an opportunity to pass it.
You like my humor really, Dad. Why is that a thing that viewers call some streamers Dad? Am I that old? I'm not that old.
Into the corner. Watches it as it goes around, playing it off the backboard. Insolence is up. What a play. The 1-2 pass.
Yeah, this is also why we don't have a talk show together, Loller. Another insane goal. This goal was not as insane as Rizzo's goal earlier, obviously, but the pass is pretty insane. Look at that. Zane Jackie using the corner just like we saw Rizzo use. See how this corner is actually angled? You probably didn't notice that, but that's what I'm here for. The corner's got an angle, so when the ball hits it, it doesn't go the same direction. It doesn't go straight back the way it came. It goes sideways. And Lachinio, every time this happens, it just goes straight over his head. In all honesty, though, this is like really bad rotation defensively by G2. Like here, Lachinio's just going in the wrong direction pretty much. He's going across the midfield. He's transferring from the left side of the field as they're looking at it to the right hand side, and I don't know why, because really he's just creating a traffic jam. He should probably just go straight back like this way instead of going this way, because by going the way across the goal, it's a small thing, but he just like makes it that more of his team's cars are going to be on this side of the field in the next second, as we see right here. Now they're all on the same side of the field. He's probably looking for boost on this side, like he goes for boost in the midfield. It's not there. Comes to the middle of the pitch, sees this boost, and he's like, oh, that's mine. So Lachinio starts making a beeline like for this boost, because there probably was nothing at the midfield, so he goes in here, starts making a beeline for this boost. But better thing to do would just be, you know, if there's, let's say he was going for the mid boost and it got stolen, fair enough, just, you know, take this one, maybe take that one, but ideally I'd want to be turning even sharper. So take this boost, then you can come back and take this small boost pad over here. There's another small boost pad in the corner. There's this small boost pad. Like, you need to be focusing more on the small boost pads and not putting yourself out of position rather than putting yourself out of position just for 100 boost, because if Lachinio was on this side of the field, it would be far more beneficial for his team than if he was clogged up over here. And then there's Cronovia and Overzero both going for the same ball. I don't know how that happens. Overzero with a decent clear.
Sends it towards the net.
Yeah, Cronovia shouldn't be hitting that.
Watches it as it goes around, playing it off the backboard. Insolences is up. What a play! The 1-2 pass.
See, there's nobody's able to challenge this ball. There's a couple of things that go wrong. One, Lachinio like goes all the way from midfield to here to get this boost, and what does the boost do for him? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. See? That boost was useless. He went all the way over there and then he stopped moving because he got the boost, but he couldn't do anything. If he was at the back of his, if he was at the back post, he could contest this ball. But we can't just gloss over the fact that Cronovi stole Overzero's clear. Nobody was challenging from take 3, and Cronovi and Overzero just panicked. They panic sometimes. They need to slow down. They just need to slow down to G2.
G2 just looking for an offensive pressure. They've got to be able to keep this one in the blue for longer than a few seconds. There's a nice play by Overzero. There's the start of it. He's able to send that one to the far side.
This was not a nice play at all, unfortunately. Just look, we've been highlighting this all day, but so we have Lachinio landing somewhere in the midfield. That means that either one of Overzero and Lachinio's got a posture here to intercept the inevitable clear, which is going to go down the line, because Insolences is winning this ball every single time. But we see Overzero moving in here. Why is he moving in? He's just taking himself out the game, because now when Insolences hits it, he has to turn and hit it really awkwardly. This could have been like a power shot straight at the goal, or even like, you know, a hard hit high into the corner or high above the net, but instead it's just like this awkward hit way over towards the back post. And Rizzo feels backflip man, but I mean, this isn't dangerous. It's naturally clearing itself anyway. And it's all because G2 just don't posture to intercept clears enough. Apparently they do it sometimes when it's like going towards a wall. They love going up on wall preemptively, but apart from going up on walls preemptively, they don't do it so much. Jazer's a year ahead then. His 100k Taj had some sick wave dash jukes. Funny story about the Jazer wave dash jukes. I was talking to Jazer like last week, and I asked him if he'd done wave dashing in Rocket League. He was like, "What's that?" Then I showed him. He's like, "Oh yeah, this thing. I've seen that before." But he said he never tried it. So then he went and did some games and managed to do some wave dashing moves. So I'd like to think that it's actually me. Like when Jazer's doing those fancy moves in the 100k montage, it's actually me, because I was the one who reminded him that that move exists. So it's pretty much, yeah, it's all me. It's not Jazer. I should probably get royalties from that, to be honest.
Very far back on the defense. So now as Overzero tries to drop this one through with 1:38 left to go, it's still 2-0 for take 3.
Jackie has spent a lot of time in that. In a situation like this,
when am I going to post this on YouTube? Probably tomorrow.
Puts himself in net, waits for the touches, and what's even cooler that I see take 3 to
should be me having 100k subs. Jokes aside, I'm really happy that Jazer's got as much success as he does. It's pretty cool that Rocket League's able to like have so many different types of channels being successful on YouTube. It's really awesome to see.
Final minute approaching.
And Jazer's a nice guy. I think he's a good sport about the Moi Guys thing. Like the fact Moi Guys is such a meme. I love how much of a meme Moi Guys is. Just like people yelling Moi when they go up for an aerial. Like every time I'm going up for a high aerial, I'm like, Moi Guys? Moi Guys! Ah, I missed it.
Overzero and Cronovi moving up together. They cannot get this one around. Cronovi takes a shot, but Zane is there. Plays this one out. Going for the dribble plays, looking to play it solo, gets it over the top. Lachinio puts it high, but it doesn't quite go in. Cronovi clears it back up to midfield. 32 seconds remaining.
I could totally see wave dash dribbling being used in a 1v1 tournament, but not 3v3. It's far too difficult. It'll be used for efficient movement, though. Definitely be used for efficient movement. How does Jazer delay his dodge for so long? Because he doesn't jump off a wall, he falls off a wall. If you fall off a wall or a ceiling, then your dodge isn't on a timer. It's never ending. The eternal dodge, if you will. So if you like ramp up on Neo Tokyo and fly from ramping up, it's an eternal dodge. If you like come off the inside of a goal, sometimes you'll see him do that. He'll jump off the inside of a goal. He'll just ramp up the post. that's eternal dodge. And if you fall off the ceiling before an aerial, so sometimes you'll see him, he'll go up for an aerial, hit the ceiling, like he'll fly off a wall, jump off the wall, hit the ceiling to reset, because if all 4 of your wheels touch the ceiling, and then you fall off, you can dodge any, there's no limit, you can dodge it in any amount of time. Obviously your boost is probably going to run out at some point, so that's the real timer, is how much boost do you have.
From the top there. This has been really hard. Take 3 is coming for him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a mountain ahead of him to climb right now. They're gonna have to
Hey, Cronovi Mountain.
if not everything from here on
See,
out.
Carpet, that's good. Like, you just had a little bit of an inside joke, and no need to point it out to the viewers. He wasn't like, a bit of a mountain. Get it? Mountain, Cronovi, Mount Cronovi. Yeah, yeah, see what I did there? I couldn't resist it. Like, that would have ruined the joke, bro. He just, like, you know, he just slid it right in there. I like that.
With Axel tossing the gang. Guys, back to you.